Hello, second channel viewers. Just want to let you know that you made an excellent decision being on this channel. I wanted to talk about nightmares, which is always a fun topic. I've always had this weird thing since I was a kid where I would have a nightmare, as most kids do, right? But every time I woke up, I always noticed there was one constant. That constant, you ask? I always had one or two hands on my chest. So, for example, I'd wake up like this, or like this, kind of like you are when you're in a casket, which I thought was very symbolic, and I kind of wrote it off for a long time until I noticed it kept happening. I would always wake up, soon as I wake up, big gasp for air, I'm like, oh fuck, Chucky, don't do it. I'd always notice my hand was across my chest, and it's just, or in some way, even just like torso, below nipple area, somewhere my hand was on me. And I was like, this is weird. So weird to the point where I could almost guarantee a nightmare if I did that. I didn't have the nightmare, start freaking out of my nightmare, put up my hand, because I'm like, it wasn't that. If I put my hand on my chest to begin with, I was gonna have a nightmare. I'm pretty positive I could even do that tonight if I wanted to. I don't want to, but I'm sure I could. And I searched it one time on the internet, and there was not a lot of articles on it. There was not a lot of information on it. So I was just kind of left in the dark, and it was like, well, I guess, you know, I just gotta eat that, whatever. I guess it's just this weird supernatural thing that's only happening to me. But I don't think that's the case. Although, every single time I've brought this up to somebody else, they never know what the fuck I'm talking about. They think I'm crazy. And I'm pretty sure they're like calling bullshit in their head. Like, yeah, okay, dude, sure. I'm sure of it. But I randomly searched it again earlier today, and I noticed that a few more articles popped up. So I want to read them with you guys and see if we can get to the bottom of my demonic possession. Why do I have nightmares with my hand on my chest? So I could probably condense that a bit better. So this first article, Decoded. Why do you get scary nightmares when you sleep with your hand on the chest? Nightmares and bad dreams waking you up? You need to read this. Picture this scenario. You go to bed, toss and turn multiple times, placing your hands on your chest, and finally diving, you are woken by a dream. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can skip all of that. It is a known fact that our dreams and essentially our sleep quality is impacted a lot by different factors. I hate when there's like one thing they need to talk about, because that's the whole point. That's the headline, the gotcha, right? And they're like, let's just put a bunch of fucking filler in and reach the word limit that we need to so we don't get fired. There exist theories which suggest that the dreams we visualize are connected to how we perceive things emotionally. I've read about dream theories before where it's like, it's either just the shit you see throughout the day or the past couple days. It's just a fucking hodgepodge of shit, and your brain's just like, here, let's fucking remix it, baby. And then that's what it is, and it's just going nutty. I've also heard the theory where it's just kind of trash. Your brain's garbage disposaling things in your brain that you don't need. So it's like, let me just show you one quick super sick flashback of everything because it's fucking garbage. This right here, this thing, fucking garbage, which I don't believe. I think that's a shit theory because there's important things in my dreams, important people in my dreams a lot. So that's stupid. In a similar manner, there can be a possible link drawn between why we have nightmares, why we sleep in a the typos, come on now. Why we sleep in a particular manner. As per some, placing our hands on the chest can induce some level of stress on the body, which is not usually habitual. Remember, when we sleep, the body also sleeps. Literally. There's a minimal supportive function being carried out, which means the heart, lung, and brain work at a bare level of utmost relaxation. Hence, even a startling trigger could possibly disturb them and raise their heart rate. Okay, so essentially, your body's not used to this. While you're sleeping, your body's in complete just fucking zen mode. So when you throw in a curveball, your body's like, what's on your chest? What's going on? What is that? Get it off! Get it off! I'm freaking the fuck out, dude! Ah, Chucky Freddy Krueger! Is that what you're saying? Because I don't know how I feel about that theory. From a state of restful relaxation, the body tries to accustom itself to an extra weight imposed by the placing of the palms in this state of relaxation. This stimulus is quickly interpreted by the brain and thus tends to cause an emotional imbalance in the form of the dreams you see. Okay, so if you're saying it leads to an emotional imbalance, could that lead to any emotions then? Why is it that I can only derive nightmares from it? If it's emotional imbalance, why can't I feel anger in something? Why can't I just be like, oh, what the fuck? I'm pissed. What's going on? This guy parked in my spot. Why don't I have that nightmare or dream? Why don't I have like, man, I'm horny as shit. Is that what it is? I have sex dreams too, and I'm not picking up on it? Is this the secret? and I'm just fucking flipping a coin like, hey, you don't know. You could be scared as shit and not be able to run, or dick hard as fuck, able to stroke. Another possible theory that emerges is that by inducing stress, the oxygenated flow to the part of the brain which stores memories and affects our subconscious functioning is disrupted. This, in turn, ticks off the panic alarm. This sounds like horseshit so far, by the way. Ticks off the panic alarm, and the brain tries to alert us through negative imagery or nightmares and dreams. Okay, so the theory is you're losing oxygen, I guess? Or your like heart rate slowing, or there's just danger. Your body's sensing danger, and your brain's reaction, because it's hitting a specific part of the brain, is like, this guy needs to get up. There's only one way to do it: scare the living fuck out of him. That's what that says, right? But that's fucking stupid, because we can have nightmares, like the dreams, as far as I know, right? I'm not expert, I don't fucking know anything. As far as I know, the dreams we have are usually much longer, so you can have a quick, like, what seems like a 20-minute dream where you're searching your house as a detective with the Power Rangers. That's not a joke. I've had that. But in actuality, that fucking 20-minute dream that you think of is 4 hours long, but you just forgot most of it. So if that's the truth, or if that theory is correct, that would mean that there's no way our nightmares are that long. Nightmares have to be strictly timed. They have to be fast as fuck, boy. Because if the brain is smart, which it is, and it wants to wake me up, it should have a fucking immediate gotcha to get me up. And if it's trying to use negative imagery to do that, well, then I should wake up instantly, right? It should be like, boom, jump scare. Imagine a lot of your nightmares that end with someone coming to stab you right at the exact moment. But that doesn't happen, though. Because sometimes I'm fucking stuck in a nightmare, and it's like, well, this fucking blows. Or you're going through all this maze and you're hiding. That doesn't make sense to me. I get it's a theory, but it's dumb. Dreams also likely take place during the REM sleep cycle, which is when the brain is most active. Therefore, the state you're in, or in the particular manner you may be sleeping, can dramatically impact the dream visuals you get. Didn't you just say, hey, you have dreams? This seems like it's just getting into absolute horseshit now. This fucking webpage is fucking gross. So, by this logic, shouldn't weighted blankets essentially have the same effect then? You have this unbeknownst pressure on you? Or is it because you don't know? Or, like, is that the difference? Because I never go to sleep like this. It's always at some point during the night, clearly, my hands fumble around and end up on my chest. Because I don't sleep like this. I don't try and do that. In fact, when I was younger, I would actively try to prohibit myself from doing so. Whenever I would sleep on my back, I would tuck my hand, I'm not joking, tuck my hands underneath my quads. Or like even like under my ass. Probably not under my ass, that's a weird stretch. But I would tuck them away or literally roll them up in blankets. Sometimes I would put like socks on my hands and maybe like think that, I don't know why I did that, that was fucking stupid. But I would tuck them away sometimes in blankets to try and make sure that I wouldn't touch my chest. This is how afraid I was of this when I was younger, because I was having so many nightmares and every time it'd be fucking this shit. And it's like, why are you doing this to me? Stop. So I would try it, because I wasn't really a side sleeper when I was younger, so I would try everything in my power to fucking kidnap myself before sleeping. Now you're probably gonna say like, oh dude, that's probably what's giving you the nightmares. You're fucking torturing yourself before you go to bed. But no. Yeah, so with the weighted blanket theory, I guess the only difference would be you're going to sleep with a weighted blanket. So you're already assessing the pressure on your body. And maybe because it's also balanced along your body too. So like it's not weird. But with the hand, this just happens in the middle of the night. You know, it may be like, well, okay, what if I switch out your regular blanket with a weighted blanket when you're already sleeping? Maybe that would make a difference too. But I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. That's the point of this, right? This didn't really give me an answer. This gave me some theories, which I have questions about. I used to also sleep with a dream catcher just because I believed in dream catchers for a while. If you still do, that's cool. Whenever I still had nightmares, I'd be like, oh, that's bullshit. Nice decoration, though. Let me check the other article. Quora always gives me correct answers. This is from a sleep practitioner. Whatever the fuck that is. Keeping hands on our chest puts unnecessary pressure on our chest, which it is not accustomed to. Even though it's not much, it's a significant change from fully relaxed position of chest. As we progress more deeply into sleep, our body wants to relax more and more, but our chest can't relax to its threshold, as it has to bear the weight of palms. Hence, the rest of the body is very relaxed because of nice supine posture. Is that a word? But excluding the chest causing an imbalance, the brain senses that there is some problem and we are not at total ease. Also, due to extra pressure, heart has problems pumping the blood, at the same rate as it's supposed to. So essentially, I'm just sending my body into a panic if I randomly get my hands on my chest, because there's this unbeknownst weight. So my brain just starts to flip out and it just dishes me a nightmare. I guess? I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's just, this guy sounds very confident in this answer. He doesn't really say like, maybe. He's just like, no, that's it. So, stop fucking asking. How interesting if that's been it this entire time. It's just weird that it instantly goes in a negative way, because if I think through all my nightmares, some could maybe make more sense in that vein, but then thinking of other ones, it's just like, they're so random and so drawn out. I just don't take them as a siren like, hey, wake up, dude. Some are just torture that go on for far too long. But then again, that could also be, I guess, credited to your just average nightmare, right? Because I don't know if we know why we have nightmares in general. I have no fucking clue. I am not looking that up. But like, maybe that could just be credited to that. You know, maybe those nightmares, I didn't have my hands on my chest. But then the random ones that just turned bad, I did. What does Reddit have to say? Probably the other way around. You may feel more secure with your hands in tight and do that when you feel scared by a nightmare. No, I'm not gonna give, I don't believe that. I don't believe that's correct, because like I was telling you, I think I could sleep like this and give myself a nightmare. I don't want to test it out because one, I mean, I don't want to willingly have a nightmare. And two, I don't sleep well on my back anymore. I used to when I was younger, but not anymore. Now I'm a pure side sleeper, baby. You know the vibes. But I can't do this now. So I don't want to be the test subject. You can at home, but I would not recommend it. I'm sure a lot of you are just gonna be like, nothing happened, right? But I don't think that's the case. I don't think when I'm freaking out in my fucking dream being chased by a killer, I'm just like, like why does nothing else move? Why is my leg not out of place? Why do I not just throw myself on my side if I'm freaking out? I don't think I'm hugging myself like, oh no, protect me. This is just a coincidence. Putting your hand on your chest doesn't cause nightmares. Okay, fucking Einstein. This has never happened to me. Therefore, it does not exist. Perhaps you should survey some people to see if there's any correlation. Yeah, like I said, I think the only person that I've talked to about this is my brother, who's like, yeah, no, same thing happens to me. But that's the only person. If you guys have any experience with this, please feel free to let me know. Or if you have more information, feel free to let me know. I will not be testing this, even if it is for the video. Don't care. Not gonna do it. Unless all of a sudden I get ballsy at midnight. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to have a discussion in the comments and boost this video in the algorithm. Subscribe to the second channel if you haven't already. Also the third channel, Mista GG Live. And as always, I am Mista GG, and I am out.